They are two future kings, but as they pose for the camera, beaming with pride and happiness, their arms around each other, they are also just a father and son. Welcome back to our channel, where we share updates and previously untold stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we have some shocking news to discuss as King Charles II has faced a mix of reactions from the public, including both support and protest. Meanwhile, some people mistakenly calling his eldest son Prince William the King instead of Charles could be due to his popularity and his position as the direct heir to the throne. During a recent outing to a school, the prince had a diplomatic reply when a young boy named Mohammed asked if he was the king. William, in a display of humility, smiled and replied, "No, I'm not. I'm his son," referring to King Charles. Elsewhere, Charles has generally remained composed in public when faced with such moments, maintaining the traditional royal approach of staying above controversy as the king and queen paid their first visit to Wales. Included Cardiff Castle, a group of anti-monarchists, also made an appearance during this official visit, making their position known on the accession of King Charles and his decision to name his firstborn Prince William of Wales. As for the "Not My King" protests, they reflect the reality that the monarchy is not universally supported in the UK. Charles has not publicly addressed these protests directly, as the royal family typically avoids engaging in political debates or public dissent. Instead, he continues to carry out his royal duties, emphasizing service and continuity in the wake of Queen Elizabeth's death on Thursday at age 96. There was never any question that Prince William might leapfrog his father Charles and become king. In fact, it would be a nearly impossible feat. The Prince of Wales will only become king if his father either abdicates, passes away, or becomes unable to fulfill his duties. As of now, there is no indication that Charles plans to step down anytime soon. The British monarchy follows a strict line of succession, and William, as the Prince of Wales, is next in line. The bigger question that will probably cast a shadow over the reign of King Charles II is, will he do the job for a few years before abdicating and handing the crown to his elder son? Some people speculate that the current monarch, given his age, he became king at 73, might choose to abdicate in favor of William at some point. While this would be a major shift in royal tradition, British monarchs rarely abdicate. It's not entirely impossible. The last voluntary abdication was King Edward VII in 1936. For Prince William's latest engagement, royal watchers' heartwarming exchange ended with a selfie, which the school later shared on social media. The post quickly gained attention, with many praising his respectful and modest response. They wrote, "I truly hope that the monarchy will continue to live and thrive when they become the ruling king and queen. They are kind, caring, and fulfill their royal duties, no matter how boring and mundane those tasks are for now." Though Charles seems committed to his role, do you think the public would prefer William as king sooner rather than later, before the royal family convenes for Christmas? The monarch cracked a joke about his well-being during his final day out for work. "Your Majesty, good morning. How are you?" Harvinder Rat, a Sikh faith representative, asked him at the reception. "I'm still alive," King Charles joked in reply, with a smile which made Rattan chuckle. The king and queen's latest outing came on the same day that palace sources confirmed Charles' cancer treatment will extend into next year, but is moving in a very positive direction. It would be perfectly natural for King Charles to want to assume the throne and perform the royal duties for which he has spent so long preparing, but some might also see it as equally natural if a man now already 73 did the job for some time before handing over to William. While it was ever really considered that Prince William would leapfrog his father Charles to become king, one expert speculates Charles might step down early. Abdicating because you want to retire is more acceptable than abdicating because you choose love over duty.